Hello, brothers and sisters and Hardrose family. May we be given the grace to bend ourselves fully to the Lord and know whatever He allows is always best for us. This morning I pulled a Rhema card that said, "Don't fear, I'm cleaning house. Count every loss as gain." Just at that moment I pulled the card, a song was playing by Hillary Weeks called "Keep Going," and she mentioned a storm coming. I thought, Lord, please, not another one. As an aside, this message was given right before they suspended our main channel. So I now know what the storm is, or what the storm was. Then my Lord's Supper readings were from Ezekiel chapter 33, where the Lord talked to him about his role in being a watchman, and that if he didn't warn a sinner of their guilt, their blood would be on his hands. The second reading was about loving your neighbor as yourself, and the third was from Matthew 18. If your brother sins against you, go and speak to him. I take my Lord's Supper readings very seriously. It's another way Jesus speaks to me personally, giving me a rhema through His Word. This sounded like a warning and responsibility the Lord was calling me to. I went to Bible Promises and thought maybe He was giving me a heads up about our group. I got jealousy. I asked if it was about Heart Dwellers Refuge Community on the mountain, and I got joy. So I came before the Lord saying, "Good morning, Lord, what's on your heart?" Jesus began, "Good morning, my beautiful dove. Do not fear the storm, beloved. Have we not been faithful to carry through each one unscathed and unharmed?" Yes, Lord, forgive me. I was just hoping for a time of restoration and respite. Well, that all comes with the beloved one. The storm brings purification, sanctification, strength, and restoration. So we have nothing to fear. The Heart Dwells Africa group has done well to become a group of prayer. The few faithful ones are so pleasing to me, and their prayers are heard on high. The greatest weapon you have is prayer, and praying in the Spirit covers all that needs to be done in the Father's will. Do not discount your times of prayer together. It is bearing so much fruit now, and providing this ministry with much graces and strength for the coming trials. This month, I want your focus to be praying more for Mother Claire and Father Ezekiel and those on the mountain. A storm is coming there, and they're going to need intensified prayers, fervent prayers to be steadfast, standing through it all. As your spiritual parents, they're in need of your backing, your prayers, your covering at times, and your sacrifice. It is so good for them. They will really need it. Be very attentive as to what is going on in their community and the call to prayers that come, beloved one. I know you've been distracted by your own intense trials and the demands of the mission set before you, but they will be in need of your full support now. You and the entire group, as you have trained them to pray more strategically and intently, let your prayers surround them like a fortress, beloved. I'm cleaning house, and it starts from the top. As some will leave and go and new members will come, the enemy is always looking for open doors to breach brotherly love, to cause offense and deep wounds of rejection and division, so as to cause a permanent breach. It's so very important that you all love one another, be quick to forgive, and even quicker to say I'm sorry. It is also very important that souls take responsibility of their actions, especially if they're injurious to another soul, whether intentionally or unintentionally. A soul who will not take responsibility is not teachable, and a soul who is not teachable or willing to take correction in the long run will only hurt themselves and others. The Father disciplines and admonishes those He loves, so being corrected is part of the loving process as you grow in grace to holiness. If a soul does not take correction and is stubborn, wanting to take the bit in their own teeth and go off on their own, let them go. They'll rather cause more division in the group, and it's best you leave them in my hands until they're completely broken before me to be molded again. Join the weekly prayer group as well, beloved. Stay connected with what is going on and the instructions I'm giving to them, because it affects you and your flock greatly as well. You all have had victory as you gather to pray for this mission and the attacks coming against your union and the work of the city of God. Now I want you to use this motley crew of Gideon's 300 to really back up and support prayers for the refuge mountain. The storm may come, but they'll be left standing and full of strength because of your prayers. And that was the end of Jesus' message. Thank you, family, for your support and your encouragement. We have a GoFundMe campaign going to raise donations to begin the first phase of building the City of God community. We support over 15 persons and organizations every month. So after giving out our donations to those in need, we're left with little to nothing to begin with the building project. So any amount is greatly appreciated, as these funds alone will go directly into the clearing of the land and the setup for the community. Help us reach our goal. The link is below to donate, or you can donate via PayPal as well. God bless you, family, until the next message. And please join me in praying for the refuge community on the mountain.